Hello, everybody, and welcome. I don't know what there was, but there was a bit of delay on that introduction, but it's no longer a delay on to week one. College football in the 2KU is in full swing, and we see it here with our first half of a doubleheader starting right here, right now, from the Music City in Nashville, Tennessee. The number 2 Virginia Tech Hokies are going to take on the number 4 Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Both of these teams playing in their conference championships last season.
The kickers got the ball set up, and we're ready to get this thing started.
Tech winning the toss, they'll defer, and Georgia Tech will get us started with this return all the way past the 31 here in the Battle of the Techs.
The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive.
Georgia Tech, a lot of pieces returning from last season. Their starting quarterback, Maurice Russ, as well as their running back, Heisman Trophy winner, Trey Justice, is a big player for GT. Expect to see some passing to Antonio Lawson, Max Bonner, Marco Bennett, and Matt Mackey, the tight end. But this is an option-heavy team that kind of changed things up last season.
He's tackled around the 38-yard line. And the halfback carries for a pickup of 3.
This year, though, they have seemingly come back down to earth in terms of play calling. A bit unorthodox of a strategy GT pulled off last season, but it worked for them. Here's play action. Russ over to Justice, who has stepped out of bounds for no gain. In comes the punt unit.
They look like they've got the block on, and this offensive line's got to give him some time.
Punts away. I'll be cornered at about the 25.
So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field.
Here's 1st and 10 for Virginia Tech. This is our third quarterback since 2020, and this guy's going to take it to a walk. This is Jamal Jones, the new quarterback for Virginia Tech, who took the mantle from Michael Kelly, who took it previously from Hassan Robinson back when they won that national championship. Can he keep this lineage of VT quarterbacks going? As here's the handoff to the running back, John Brown, a junior this season. A lot of Virginia Tech's strongest pieces were its supporting cast, its offensive line, as well as its defense. Defensively, they were one of the best teams in the nation last season. So a lot of their biggest players declared for the draft.
From the 45-yard line. First down.
It's going to be an interesting way to see how they adapt this team. Lost a lot of pieces. However, Georgia Tech still as fresh as ever, seemingly.
Fires quickly, and he's got his man. And they make the stop at about the 39-yard line.
This is a great battle of dynamics here. It's now a 2nd and 4. Virginia Tech cutting through the Georgia Tech offense to kick us off here. There's a throw on the left side. It's caught. Breaks a tackle, breaks a second. He's pushed out of bounds about the 27-yard line. That was a throw to the tight end, Jeremy Coker, the senior, one of the few players on this team who was a starter during that 2020 national championship that Virginia Tech had. Here's Jones backing up. He'll throw. Incomplete. Almost picked off. As that would have been a huge momentum shift for the Yellow Jackets. 2nd and 10 here. Handoff. Weaving his way just short of the first. We're going to be having 2 games here tonight. This is the start. And we'll be back after a short break in between this game and the next, which will be in Arlington, Texas, Stanford, Michigan. As here's a handoff inside the 5.
Did you see how much space there was for that tailback up front? He better be thanking his
Here's 1st and
offensive
goal.
lineman for that.
This is the 9th play of this drive. They're crowding the line.
Pitch play to the running back.
They'll get him for a loss.
Stuffed. It's John Brown taking the carries.
We've got 2nd and goal. Ball on the 4.
Marcel Lewis, another vital halfback for the Hokies. 2nd and goal. To the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And it's Jeremy Coker, the tight end, who will put the Hokies up
They
first.
had a mismatch and exploited it for the score.
Yep, you're
Really a
right.
team
The
with
tight end
national
had that one all the
championship
way, and there wasn't
ambitions
much the
here.
defense could do.
And this season, the Hokies will look to do something that's never been done in their conference's history. They look to be the first team ever to win 4 straight ACC championships.
Brad, I thought the offense did a really nice job of mixing up the play calling on that drive. I thought the defense was on its heels.
Well, Georgia Tech
most
trying
of
to
the
win
drive
their
because
first
of the versatility of the offense.
ACC championship since
It's fielded at the
2017.
2. The Hokies are right where
There's
they
the
want to be.
18-yard return. The Hokie
Well, this is
defense,
what their coach talked about, getting off to a great start.
Lauded
The defense did their job.
as
It
one
was
of the
nice
best
to
in
see the
college
offense
football.
move the ball down the field and also get some points on the board.
You never
And
like
this
to have
season
the
they got to
ball
keep
from
that
behind,
reputation
but a
up
deficit this manageable
in a
shouldn't be in the front
conference
of their
with
minds.
powerful
They need to
offenses
go out
like
there
North
and play.
Carolina and
He's
Clemson.
taken down around the 22
You
yard
need
line.
a stout defense in order to carry the weight. There's a
2nd down,
dog
8 yards
pile
to
around
go.
the ball.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
Second and 8. Russ will keep it himself. He's got room.
Around the 35-yard
A
line.
13-yard
he
gain.
keeps
I
it,
ran
and
a
he gets
practice
big
game.
first down.
The quarterback made a very
I
good decision
ran a
here
practice
not
game
to
off
pitch.
stream
He
and
saw
just
a
make sure
break in
everything
the
was
defense
working.
and just hit it for a big
And it was
gain.
probably one of the most entertaining games I've ever simmed. It ended with a Georgia Tech fumble recovery, gave him a touchdown.
Get him in the backfield.
Virginia Tech
That was
fumble,
well defended by this defense.
recovery
The offensive line
off
is
of
so
Georgia Tech.
concerned with their
VT
penetrating
scored,
abilities that
and
these
there was a Hail
linebackers
Mary
are able to
last
roam
second
free
for
and
Georgia
make
Tech,
plays
and they
like
got
that.
stopped at the
It's
1.
2nd down, 12 to go.
Obviously,
Ball
that
on their
game
own
didn't count
33.
since it was a string game and we didn't record it. So this is the official game here. Hopefully you can live up to that
Taken
excitement
down at the 35-yard
at
line.
least somewhat, as there's a 2-yard run. And motion behind him, Russ. Gonna throw it.
Quick throw out to the
Incomplete
receiver,
into the
incomplete.
dirt.
That's a real danger. If he leaves too many passes short like that, sooner or later
And
they're
now
gonna end
they'll
up
have
in
to
the
punt
wrong
again.
set of hands.
Now, Georgia Tech, an incredible team last season. Their one kryptonite being the fact they had a very shaky reputation in their home city. They played in Atlanta 3 times last year. They played a big game
They
against a
ran
ranked
the
team in
ball very
Atlanta
well on their last
3
drive,
times
and it
last
resulted
year.
in 6.
They're 3 times on stream,
Virginia Tech
and they lost the
is up
first
by a
2
touchdown.
both to LSU. They won the 3rd against UConn, though, in the Peach Bowl.
He makes his way to about the
There's
38.
a run for Jones, a 12-yard gain.
From their own 48-yard line. It's 1st down.
1st and 10. This will be the last play of the quarter. As the clock runs out in the first, they'll get a 5-yard gain.
After a quarter of
Now
play,
wrap it.
and a
After one,
low-scoring defensive battle
Virginia
on
Tech
our
leads the
hands.
Tecmo Bowl,
The
7-0.
Hokies in front, 7-0.
And since we have a bit of a
Welcome
break, we got a
back.
lot of
We resume action now here in
A lot
the
of
second
headlines
quarter.
to go over. A very exciting week. We have a couple top 25 upsets, as well as some that are only upsets on paper. As there's a rocket
Got it. Complete.
to the
He's up
sideline,
by
11
six.
yards.
That one goes for good yardage and a 1st
On
down.
the
Yeah, that's
throw.
just a nice gain on 2nd down.
That was to Aaron Poe,
From the 36-yard line. 1st
wide
down.
receiver for VT. 1st and 10. Pitch play.
Around the
And that's not going to
36
go
yard
anywhere. This has the makings of a game locked deep in the trenches. There's not going to be a lot of breathing room for either team, but that'll be just the way they like it.
line. Gets it out. He's
Ooh,
met
a
immediately.
big loss on that play. Loss of 5 on the screen play. Screen passes in this game are strange because either they don't go anywhere and lose you a bunch of yards, or they can give you 30-yard chunks. It never makes any sense. Here's 3rd and 15 for Virginia Tech. They converted their last 3rd down. So here's Jones. Gonna run out of time. He's gonna be sacked. That's the right end. Number 56, the big man, brings him down. And he'll bring up a 4th and 19 where VT will have to punt. So no second score.
7 points.
But they'll at least give Georgia Tech some poor field position, but that'll bounce in the end zone for a touchback. So they'll go to the 20 anyways.
In a game that's this close, you can't.
In terms of highlights, how about a game we had to sim? The Charlotte, North Carolina kickoff, the first game of a Saturday this season on week 1, at least. Went to 4 overtimes between Penn State and Alabama. The Nittany Lions won 52-47.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
We're going to talk about that in more detail on the 2K Weekly stream on Sunday. There's the handoff. Oh, look at that speed. That's the fullback pushing it in.
And the fullback picks up the first.
Huge gain there on the ground.
You saw Trey Justice back there, the 2022 Heisman Trophy winner. Back-to-back years we've had a running back take the crown. The year before being Northern Illinois' Warren Hodson. He's currently a Jacksonville Jaguar. Oh, no, look at that. Big hit.
All about timing. And on that play, the timing was just
Left
off.
outside linebacker. Earning his stripes out there. 2nd and 13.
It's 2nd and 13. Ball on their own 43.
As I was saying, Trey Justice, the #1 running back prospect in the NFL draft
You know that
for
saying, "Get your keys
2024.
out because we're on a drive."
That's a big run by the
This
fullback.
offense right now is on a drive. I mean, this is
Fullback
their
last
third
season
first down. They're
was
doing
Carl
just about
Thomas for Georgia
anything
Tech.
they
He got
want,
drafted.
and they're really starting to wear the psyche of this defense down.
We've got a 1st and
In
10.
his place is David
Ball on the
Graham.
39-yard line.
Oh, play action. Has him in wide open. Look out. Past the 10 down to the 6-yard line. Big play for the 2nd string halfback. Play came so far out of nowhere. Honestly, I forgot to write it down. Forgot to write his name down.
We'll be all tied up.
And here's 1st and goal. Option play, the pitch.
They'll wrestle him down.
Graham not going to get anything on that, though. So here's 2nd and goal. With just over 2 to go in the first half. They're going to try the option again. It's Trey Justice. He's going to be brought down for a loss. Say hello to the VT defense. Just hits a brick wall.
And this play is number 8 on the drive.
All 3 timeouts. They're on 3rd and goal. Russ is going to be sacked. That one came out of nowhere. The right end, number 42 for Virginia Tech, the one who brings him down.
Getting a hold of my offensive line, making sure these guys are on the same page, and they've got to take more
With a knockout blow. I'll bring up 4th and goal.
So it's 4th down.
They're going to bring on the
So the
field goal unit.
is on the field. They'll try for
Make it a
3 points.
4-point game. With about 1:40 to go.
Flags are all over the
There's a
place, and
flag
they're
on the
going
play.
down.
False start, offense.
Just a middle lapse, but it's
It
going to
was a
cost them
false
5
start
yards.
penalty.
Still 4th down.
They'll push it back. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference, as here's the kick on the way.
And they tack on 3
And he got
points.
it. Made his kicker's job a little bit harder, but he still sails it through. Makes it 7-3. Virginia Tech still up in the lead as the kick is underway. Off and away. Taking to the 10, the 15. He's got the 20. Cuts back to the 30. Ball's loose. Virginia Tech falls on it.
Yeah, you got to recognize
That was
both
nearly a
defenses
scare.
Come into this game with the right mindset. They're very well prepared. But I'm with you. It's one thing to have great defense. It's another thing when those defenses are going up against
Here's first and
offenses
10.
that just are not clicking right now and hitting on all cylinders.
Virginia Tech is up by 4.
Throwing to Jones, incomplete.
Incomplete.
I mean, it was Jones who was throwing there.
It's second down.
Now stay tuned with this channel because after a short break, we're going to be coming back with another game. And there's a sack. No, he did get a gain. He did get a yard on the play. We'll be coming back with another game after a short break in between this one and the next one. Cowboys Classic kickoff from Arlington, Texas, Stanford, and Michigan. 2 top 10 schools facing off in that, both with national championship hopes like we see here. As there's an incompletion. Sloppy play for Virginia Tech to show up, at least at the start. Georgia Tech's going to try and block this punt. Still have never seen the CPU block a punt. It's not going to happen here as the punt's away, and it's got distance to the 20, to the 30. They'll get to about the 33.
Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays.
First and 10. Russ is going to keep it. He's got room to run. Look at him go.
That's a great tackle at the 47.
There's a 13-yard game. Timeout. First of the half for Georgia Tech. 48 seconds to go. They're going to try and run quickly. Russ flings it up. Has a man open. First down.
Yellow Jackets call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
That's Antonio Lawson, the junior.
The 34-yard line. First down.
Russ gonna run out of time. He's sacked. First sack for the middle linebacker today. Clock's still ticking. We only have 1 timeout remaining. Russ on 2nd and 18. He'll throw it quick to trade Justice. He'll get 5. They want the lead at the half. Here's a throw. Intercepted. He rushed it. And Georgia Tech, a costly turnover, hands it right back to Virginia Tech, who gets the ball back in the second half.
From their own 35-yard line, it's first down. Virginia Tech is up 4.
First and 10.
He wants it
This will
all.
be a big play. Oh, what a
Their first
catch!
time out of the half.
Oh my goodness. Aaron Poe stretching out for it. And that's a first down. And a huge one. Russ. Pardon me, that's Jamal Jones, who's incomplete 3 seconds to go in the half. They're going to call on the field goal unit to make it an even 7-point game.
So with the half ending, they're just going to try to put 3 points up on the board.
And at halftime,
And he splits
it'll be a
the
10-3 game.
That one looked like cake for this kid. Chalked up 3 points for the offense.
10-3 Virginia Tech leading here in
Well, we played a
Nashville.
half of football.
And with a
The
time
Hokies
for
with
a break,
touchdown
I'll
lead.
take a look at some of our big headlines for today. Andrew Burnett, one of the most electrifying players we saw in the 2021 season, finally back after missing 2022 with a nasty injury. And what a way to return. He throws 312 yards and 4 touchdowns in his return against Tulane. The Ducks getting the win in that one. Penn State and Alabama going to 4 overtimes in Charlotte. The Nittany Lions beat the Crimson Tide. Baylor and Michigan State put together some fireworks, with Baylor just eking out a win. Travis Heller, the big star for Clemson in the offseason, living up to the hype with a big game over Dave's show in Atlanta. Coastal
And more
Carolina
to hear the
pulls
silky
off the
smooth
upset of the
sound
week with
of
a
Kirk
win
Cousins
over
and
Big
Brad
East
Nessler.
champions Temple
Doesn't get any better.
at home in Conway, and a brawl along the sidelines in Denver breaks out, resulting in 3 players getting ejected during the Colorado State-Colorado game. The Buffaloes end up winning that game. We'll talk more about scores in 2KU Weekly Podcast, which you can check out every Sunday this season. As we're back underway, taken from his own end zone. Here's a run to the 20, we'll get to the 25-yard line.
We're about set to start things up again.
Now here's first and 10.
Score.
Jones on the handoff. Whoa, breaking through with room.
Out to around the 38.
And that's going to be a first down for Virginia Tech. That is the handoff to
From their
Marcel
own
Lewis, a
38-yard
junior.
line. First down.
Play action. Throwing to the sideline to nobody. That's incomplete. Stanford, Michigan going to be an exciting one, I can tell.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Here's the handoff. Oh, and a big run here past the 50 to about the 45. 90 yards on the ground for Virginia Tech today.
1st and 10.
First and 10. Ball on the 45-yard
I'm personally
line.
glad that the games, they're not actually any shorter than they were before, but it does feel a lot quicker now. Since we cut out a lot of fluff, because there's the handoff to Lewis for an 8-yard gain.
Gain of 8 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
Second and 2. There's the handoff to Brown for 6.
That's a gain of 5 on the play.
First and 10.
Another first down. 4 minutes in the third here. Pitch. That's to Brown once again.
He gets hit out of bounds. Right around the
That's a
22-yard
10-yard gain. Just eating away with the ball here. At the clock, rather. If you're Georgia Tech, this feels painful. There's a throw wide open
He's pushed out of bounds.
to the tight end. Jeremy Coker once again. That's his 3rd catch for 30 yards today. He's got a touchdown. The only touchdown in this game. This is the type of play that haunted Georgia Tech their last time out here in Nashville against Miami in 2021.
And he's tackled.
It was one of the ugliest games I think I've ever seen, and that resulted in their national championship winning head coach
This is the
getting
ninth
the
play of this
axe.
drive.
And that's when Matt Muse came in and reinvigorated life into this program. Both of these teams will be back. We know that for a fact. Here's the handoff.
Touchdown.
He's just barely in. Touchdown. Marcel Lewis, Virginia Tech.
They just make that play look so simple.
Fighting for
The
every
timing
inch,
on
and I
that
think he
option was
just barely
perfect. And when the option is
crosses
run
the
this
plane.
well, it is very, very hard to defend.
9 plays, 70-yard drive,
And he adds the extra
and that
point.
makes it a 2-score game.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff.
Not entirely out of reach for Georgia Tech, but they need to wake up.
He's to the 20. They'll bring him down at the 25-yard line.
And avoid that costly turnover that ended their last drive.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the
Fresh
game.
set of downs for the Yellow Jackets. They're going to try the option play. Not going to go anywhere. A loss of 2 for Russ.
Loss of 2 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
Second down and 12. All on the
2nd and
23-yard
12.
line.
202 total yards to Georgia Tech's 114. That ground game doing a lot for Virginia Tech today. As there's a handoff. Oh, look at that.
The 31.
Another handoff to Graham, the fullback. 58 yards on 6 carries for David Graham. Third and 4. Option play. Russell keep it. There's a first down.
Tackled after a decent run up the gut.
7-yard gain. Last time we saw Virginia Tech
38-yard line.
against an SEC team, that was, I believe, against Tennessee. The Hokies embarrassed. Whoa!
Right around the 40.
Up and over. On that one. It'll be a gain of 2. I've never seen that before. Well, you come to this stream and you see stuff you never expect to see. Here's a pitch. Why not give it to the Heisman Trophy winner? Trey Justice will get you the first.
From the 49-yard line, it's first down.
They're past midfield. Their first thought is touchdown. As here's Russ going to keep it. Ooh, what a hit. But not before he gets the first.
Right now they're firing on all cylinders.
How about that? I just saw on the bottom screen Mississippi State with an upset win
He's at the 30.
over Washington. And
He's
here's
at
a
the 20.
big run
And he's taken down right
for the
around
backup
10-yard
fullback.
line.
From another player out of nowhere.
There's a player down. I'm not sure what happened.
And oh no.
It's first and 10. 10 yards
You
to
don't
the
want to
end
see
zone.
that.
Now we'll
Maurice
see how the
Russ
backup
down
will
with
do
an
after that
injury. We'll check in. Hopefully it's not too severe. As here's the backup.
More plays like
A
this,
loss
and the
of
coaching
2.
staff is going to need to change up the blocking scheme. You can't allow the defense
That's
to play in
Andre
your
Price, the
backfield.
backup for Georgia Tech.
And this is the 9th play of the current drive.
So second and 12. As a true freshman comes in for the Yellow Jackets. He's going to keep it himself, and he's not going to go anywhere.
And here's another third down.
1 for 5 on third down. They got to convert here if they want to stay alive in the game. Price. Stepping back.
Under pressure.
He can't get rid of it. He's sacked.
Absolutely perfect call by the defensive coordinator.
The defensive
He brought just the
tackle.
right amount of pressure from the right
Big
direction,
shoes to
and
fill
it seemed to
there.
confuse the offense.
After the drafting of one of the best in school history. But what a way to kick it off.
After the sack, it's
And
now
Georgia
4th and
Tech's
long.
going to try a field goal. Made a 37-yarder earlier.
Kicks up.
And that
splits
one's
the
through as
uprights.
well. It's now 17-6. I just noticed a new viewer came in. 17-6 here from Nashville. Virginia Tech in command.
Georgia Tech is lining up
Have
to
to
kick
keep
this
us
one off.
posted on that Maurice Russ injury. The starting quarterback for Georgia Tech went down
He's to
earlier
the
on that
20.
drive.
And he makes it out to about the 24-yard line. Virginia
So he'll
Tech
get to come
coming out of
back.
the locker room after the halftime, and they got a whole
A
different
much
approach
slower
offensively.
start
I think the one thing I'm
on
recognizing
offense in the
is just
first,
more about
or in the second half than the
execution. I
first.
think they're doing a good
Malcolm
job
Cushion
sticking
out
to
for the
fundamentals of
game.
plan.
Thankfully,
I think they're doing a
for
better
Georgia
job
Tech, it's not any
executing.
longer.
Planning's helping them out.
As this might be the last play here in the first. The handoff,
And down he goes.
a
at the 37.
13-yard gain
It's not over yet, folks.
for
We
Marcel
get to the
Lewis.
fourth
And at the
quarter.
end of
17-6.
3,
Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech has the lead 17-6. 1 quarter remaining in the Tecmo Bowl.
Welcome back to the action here as we resume play here in quarter number 4.
It's up to Georgia Tech's defense to
On the ground.
show up here. Ooh, and
Gets
there
to
they
about the
are.
37-yard line.
Big hit, no gain.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
from their own 37-yard line. Second down.
Andre Price, as we mentioned before, the current quarterback here for Georgia Tech. Jamal Jones, the throw
Enough for the first
over
down.
the middle
Down around the 49-yard
to
line.
Aaron Poe. That is a first down.
First down.
The sub-package in there defensively in this 5-wide receiver set.
First and 10. Rifles it
He's tackled
over
at
to the
39.
right middle. And there's a 13-yard reception.
That makes it first and 10.
From the 39-yard line. First down.
Here's another first and 10. It's Virginia Tech dominating here,
He gets to
showing
about
why
the
they
47-yard
are
line.
potentially a national champion in the making. As John Brown will give the Hokies another first. Option play. Jones is going to keep it himself. He's still on his feet
Makes it out to
inside the
about 13.
15.
Call it a gain of 13 yards.
From the 13-yard line. First down.
Here's play action. He's going to heave it to the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. It's once again Jeremy Coker
The tight end scored that time.
in the
And
back
with
of the
the
end
guard,
zone
Fred is
there.
a physical football player, but he's also got the finesse.
That's
to
his
make a
second
big
touchdown
impact
of
in
the
passing
day.
game.
As we mentioned at the start of the broadcast, he's the one remaining starter on this team from that 2020 National
He makes the
Championship.
PAT.
A senior this season.
The kicker
Can
looks like
he
he's ready to kick this one off.
Lift the crystal football again.
Excellent kick.
And another pressing
goes
question,
into the
can
end zone,
Georgia
down
Tech
for a
come back?
touchback.
You know, this offense is doing a pretty
Not
good
with
job
how they've
moving
been
the
playing
football.
so
The problem
far.
is they're not coming up with touchdowns. The offensive coordinator
It
who's
has been
up here
a
next to us,
sloppy
Brad,
day on
who's next to
offense,
us, he's actually just taken off his
along with
headset,
some
and I think he's
genuine
going down to the
misfortune
field to be next to
for the Yellow
quarterback and the
Jackets.
rest of this offense to try to engage with them, to realize how important it is to finish these
Here's
drives.
Russ.
He gets sacked
No,
on
pardon
the
me, that's
play.
Price who
There's
gets sacked.
Number 4.
Well, he's being
There's
forced
the
to make
left
really quick
end, number
decisions 'cause he doesn't
99.
have any time to throw the ball. That's going to lead to turnovers.
It was Vincent
Defense
Bell's
looking for
number
another
last
sack in
season.
this second down and long
He got
situation.
drafted. Here's second and
Now he tries to
16.
buy some time. They bring the
Another
quarterback down.
sack.
Loss of 6 on the play.
And that's his second, not only of the day, but of the drive. It's going to be a 3rd and 22. Can things get worse for Tech in Nashville? This is the type of game that makes your team's ranking fall like a rock, and this is not what Tech wants. But there's a big play. Oh, and an even bigger hit will stop them at 4th and 1.
Well, what a throw by the quarterback, almost equal.
They gotta go for
catch
it
by the receiver,
if they
but
want
the
any
defense
chance left in this
topped them
game.
both by coming up with a stop.
Just under 3 to go in
Under
regulation.
3 minutes remaining. Go on
He fights
positions.
forward
Did
to
they
about the
get it?
36.
Yes, they did.
Gain of 2 yards.
So the drive continues for Georgia Tech. They gotta go and hurry up. In the pocket, he's gonna run it himself. Does Price have legs? He'll slide.
Pick up the first down, but he
For a
saw
gain
that
of
no
8.
one was open,
I
so
felt like
he
if
made the
he
right decision to tuck it and run.
just stepped to the
It's
side, he
second
would have
down,
at least
about
had
2
the
yards
first
away from the sticks.
with 2.5 minutes to go. Price
And he's
gonna be
for a
sacked.
loss.
Loss of 5 on the play.
The right end.
That makes it 3rd and 7.
It's been a quarterback smorgasbord for the defensive line here at Virginia Tech. But for the Hokies, these last few years,
It's
it's been
third down and
business
7 to
as
go.
usual. As now
Ball
it's
on the 39.
1-for-7 on 3rd down for Georgia Tech. Can they make it one? Can they make it 2 for 8?
Quick throw
Bobbled,
after the receiver,
incomplete.
Number 80 was
And
the
4th and 7 arises. They're gonna go for it again. They converted their last attempt a few minutes ago.
Price in the pocket. He's going to throw it. Has a man again. First down. With 2 minutes left. You got to wonder, is it enough time? Price. Another sack. That's number 3 on the drive for the left end.
Just under 2 to go in the game.
This team either gets big yardage or gets sacked. And there's another. This is getting out of hand. The second sack for the right end. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe brings the total up to 7 on the day. This is a 3rd and 22. Price. He heaves it up. Dropped. He would have set him up for a 4th and 1. Now they're going to have to try it again. For all the marbles. On 4th and 22. Has a man. Not enough, though. And Virginia Tech's going to win this game.
They come up with a play of the day, and that'll lead to the victory. Both teams are well aware that a score on this drive is going to create an almost insurmountable lead. This defense has really got to step it up and make a stop.
Georgia Tech with all 3 timeouts. But it's likely, yeah, they're not going to use them.
Second down.
The clock will run from this game. So here's the handoff. And that'll ice it, if nothing else will. 24-6. Virginia Tech, a statement win in Nashville. And the nightmares just repeating for Georgia Tech. And with that final, I'm sure the top 2 will remain unchanged by next week. As much as Georgia Tech hoped it wouldn't have. Here's our play of the game. That is another big play from Jeremy Coker. In a career full of them, he's going to make an NFL team very happy someday. As the Hokies nab another win.
Georgia Tech can only think about what ifs at this point.
That's it for this.
As your player of the game is Coker. Naturally, but the defense has been the story. And things do not get easier as Georgia Tech's next game is against a ranked North Carolina. Virginia Tech will be on the road next week at West Virginia for their next game at West Virginia. That'll be on week 3. They have a bye this week. And if I can check Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech will be active on the 9th against North Carolina. Virginia Tech has the week off next week, but they'll be heading to Morgantown to play West Virginia for the Black Diamond Trophy in week 3. And that will do it for our first game of the night. We're going to be taking a brief intermission here, but stay tuned. We'll be right back.